So, good morning, everybody. Today, we are going to discuss with the next topic, followed by the yesterday's one, that is the introduction to human resource management. Hope everybody have understood about the concept of what is human resource and what are its process. Maybe like yesterday, I've given the definition of HR and why HR. Normally, like why we have to like have an human resource management in the organization, for what is their aim and objective. So like these things, it will cover up the importance of human resource. So how to get the work done by the employees, and who are the backbone of the organization. So how to manage them, how to sustain them, how to retain. So we have studies read about the procurement, like acquiring, developing, motivating, and sustaining, retaining. So all these process, concepts we have studied in the yesterday's class. So same like all the unit number one plays an important role because it is the basic thing what we have to know about the HR. So in such cases, today we are going to look at the objective of human resource management. So before I could come to this slide, before I could come to this slide, we can go to the next slide. That is, you see, very clear one. This slide, it is explaining about the social objective, organizational objective, functional objective, and personal objective. So see, these are the major four different objectives, which runs the organization, human resource, to have a better function. So in such cases, we will in order to look at this slide, I have one particular slide over here which gives the entire objective, the primary objectives of the human resource. So let us just look at this, like we already, this particular objective and areas, we are going to study in function of human resource management. So there we study in depth about all these things, but still we will just read this out and go to the next slide. That is the legal compliance. So that comes under what to say, social objective, right? So in the social objective, legal compliances, so all rules, regulations about those things, because every industry definitely there should be a rule and regulation to follow. Only then we can go in a smooth manner. And benefits for the employees, union management, so creating industrial relation between one employee and the other. And so that comes under the what to say, the objective called one component called social objective. The second objective is organizational objective. See, definitely the organization should have its own objective. அதுதான் வந்து நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம்னா human resource அதோட planning. So completely action plan they have to frame for 1 year, and after that they have to every month they have to look into that, whether they are going in a as per the plan, and monthly plan, daily plan, hourly plan. So these kind of plans very plays an important role to execute and run the scene in better way. Then creating good employee relation, selection process, training for the employees for their development, not only for their development, for the organizational development also. And finally, the appraisal. As you students, you have an appraisal method, such as like keeping an examination for you and giving ranks, correcting it, giving marks, and that will be evaluated for ranking system. So that shows like how you perform and how far and how many are not performing, for them what sort of training is required, and how to develop them. So this is acts as a tool. So that comes under the objective, the second objective called organizational objective. Then the third one is like functional objective. See, every organization has to run well. You see, the same appraisal comes here, placement comes here, assessment comes here. So this appraisal plays an important role. See, every task when it is been given, if there is no appraisal system, no employee can work efficiently and effectively So based on this, since because the the component called promotion, incentive and all, it is for their daily bread and it shows their development. Such kind of objectives is very important to analyze and to give a proper standard of employee perspective. This functional objective plays a vital role, and then this ultimately a personal objective. This is very very important. See, every individual employee seeks for his development alone. So for that, see, appraisal comes everywhere. That means you should understand that our work, our performance, our skill, our development, our implement, everything is very very important. So there also it comes the compensation, the assessment. So these kind of things, we are going to study in depth in the functions of human resource management. So let us go to the next slide. That is the primary objective, which shows in one slide. It gives the entire explanation about the objectives of human resource, right? So here what the objective says is, you see, find the word work culture, team integration, training and development, employee motivation, then workforce empowerment, retention, data, data and compliances, and achieving the organization. So finally, ultimately, what is expected is like we have to achieve the organizational goal. That's all. What task has been given, and what out of which how we have to practice regard bring a good practice to achieve that goals. That is the entire thing. Not only in this field, every field it is there. So one of the thing is work culture. So see, every employee should know about their work culture. See, related to that, for MBA we have lot of specializations, isn't it? So we have to know what sort of specializations are there, out of which specialization should I select, and if I have selected that specialization, I should how far I should work for it, and as an end result I should win, isn't it? So this is ultimately we know in the classroom environment. So in the work culture, what is their designation, what is their qualification, in which area they are skilled, and what sort of task is given by the organization or supervisor or HR, and how it should be converted to achieve the objective goal. Hmm? So all these things, what is the culture that the organization follow, and is there any change required? So all these things should be known. So only then we can go in proper direction. So this falls as one objective over here. That is primary objective. And you see the second is the team integration. Very very important part. See, without teamwork, nothing can happen. So we have to bring interrelationship, that is industrial relation அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ இங்கே வந்து அந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரியல் ரிலேஷன் இல்லாமல் அந்த ஒரு கோஆர்டினேஷன், அந்த ஒரு கண்ட்ரோல், அந்த ஒரு என்ன சொல்கிறது, ஹம்பிள்னஸ், அந்த ஒரு ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல், அந்த மாதிரி தான் வந்து இந்த ஆர்கனைசேஷன் வந்து அது ஒரு மேஜர் ஆப்ஜெக்டிவாக வந்து நம்ம இங்கே காமிக்கிறோம். ஸோ தட் டீம் இன்டகிரேஷன் பிளேஸ் another role over here as a primary role. Then you see the training and development. See, all over this training and development is repeatedly we are talking about. Why? Because see, every individual should learn every day. Already in the organization behavior we have studied that learning is one of the important component, that every minute, every hour, every second something enters into our mind. Everything is learning. So that trains us, that gives us some information to change ourselves. So every employee வந்து என்ன பண்ணணும், train பண்ணணும். The organization invests on that particular individual. They go for training, they learn, they impart with the skill, and they come to their organization and implement. So that what happens automatically, the organization gets developed with the help of some profit or whatever it is. Not only with the profit, and the employee development also, employee individual development also. So when one individual develops, the organization gets developed. So that is the other thing. Over here you see the employee motivation. Always employee should be motivated by the the employer or the HR manager, because see, always we have to get the work done by the employee. So we don't know that in which status the employees are. whether they are happy, whether they are under stress or whatever. So as an HR, they should analyze, they should look into that and go to his direction and bring him to get the work done. So this is the ultimate tool that we have, every HR has to use to motivate the employees for his betterment. So I think we can continue the same in the next class. Hope everybody understood about this, and thank you for the cooperation. Thank you.